welcome back for another Norse mythology video. So the last one was on a kidnapping and a marriage. This one is going to be much darker. It is going to be on the binding of Fenrir. If you'll remember, Fenrir is a wolf and he is one of the children of Loki. So Fenrir is a fearsome wolf who is again one of the three children of Loki and the giantess Angrboda. From the birth of the three, the gods saw terrible things concerning the fates of themselves intertwined with them. So this caused the gods to take action against them. One of the children, Jormungand, he was the serpent and was thrown into the ocean that surrounded Midgard. Hel, another of the children, was sent to Hel to have as her domain. The third of the children, Fenrir, who this tale is about, was kept close, as he was the most feared of the three due to his foretelling that he would be the one to kill Odin during Ragnarok. Fenrir began his time alive on Asgard, but he was growing so quickly that the gods knew that this wasn't going to be a permanent solution. So to move on to their more permanent solution, they tried binding him with varying chains, but each attempt failed. With each attempt, they treated it as a game or a test of strength, hoping to easily bind him without a fight. They tried chains called loading and dromi. Each time, however, Fenrir successfully broke free. The gods then sent a messenger to the master craftsmen of the dwarves in Nidavellir. They were asked to create a chain that Fenrir couldn't possibly break free of. The dwarves constructed the chain out of several things: the sound of cats' footsteps, the beard of a woman, the roots of the mountains, the breath of fish, and the spittle of a bird. These are all things that don't exist and therefore can't be resisted. The chain's name was Gleipnir, meaning open one, and it was grand. This time, unlike previous attempts, Fenrir was suspicious of being chained and this time refused unless one of the gods put their hands in his jaws as a sign of good faith. Of course, no god would agree to this, until, finally, Tyr did. He was brave from the time of being the only one to feed Fenrir when he was a pup, up until that fateful moment. The great chain was put around Fenrir, and, upon discovering he couldn't break loose, he bit off Tyr's hand, leaving him to be known as the one-handed god for his sacrifice for saving them all. Fenrir, now chained, was transported to a desolate and deserted island within a lake. The chain was tied to a boulder, and as he struggled to bite them for this, a sword was wedged in his mouth in order to keep his jaws open. He howled and drooled, forming the river called Expectation. Here, in his isolation and seemingly indisposed state, he will remain until Ragnarok, when he is fated to slay Odin. So this tale is kind of interesting to me, with one of my degrees being in psychology, because it seems like it could be kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy or like nature versus nurture. So because they thought that he was going to be bad, or they were told he was going to be bad, they treated him as such. They chained him up and made him hate them instead of maybe raising him to be good or teaching him to be loyal toward them, but we'll never know because that's not what they decided to do. I mean, either way, he could have turned out to be bad in the end, so it could be good that they tied him up and he didn't kill them sooner. So I guess it's just something to think about, because it's something I was thinking about. Either way, in the end, he does suck, which you'll see in the tale of Ragnarok. So that's it for today's video on Fenrir. And the next video is actually going to be my favorite tale out of the tales I'm talking about. And it's of Utgarda Loki. It's really interesting and kind of entertaining, so stick around for that one.